No, you can talk, right?
What up?
Spirit fingers.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Looking like what?
Like this.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, gosh. It's a lovely afternoon, isn't it?
It's evening, actually.
It's evening, actually. It's 8 o'clock.
No. Just wicked.
Oh, these chairs,
All right.
I feel like it's got a dip in.
God forbid that this mic
Kadia.
bothers me today. I'm just going to say it ahead of time anyway, because everyone gets onto me for the whole mic business, but it actually isn't me. This one is coincidentally sitting in a different seat and it's broken. So, yeah. Anyways, this is episode 108 of the Different Strokes podcasting.
I'm just looking at Tyra's face.
Woo!
No, I know. I'm actually thinking, this is like you. You are in your moment.
This is just me. I'm up. But yeah, here we are.
That's what she's just like.
On a Wednesday evening.
This is like the perfect place for you to be you and it just be...
Something like that.
Forgot about, we bring people that really know you want to...
Yeah, I'm just like, oh my God, element. It's nice.
Oh, gosh.
You
Okay.
you can swing the microphone nearer to you,
Oh.
Let's do this properly, as Uncle Reese would say.
Come closer. Yeah.
Introduce yourself.
Or you're going to be
lady
cussing about
on
you
my
can't hear
left.
yourself.
I'm Tyra. Yeah. Like, we have no nickname, just Tyra.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And next to Tyra, back in the biz, we have...
Philippa. I'm back for the second week in a row, which is quite nice.
Yes, Miss Empowered over there.
And it's my first ever podcast.
Oh, okay,
Never
so
been on a
Tyra's
podcast
never been on a podcast.
Really?
Never.
Welcome.
Thanks. Thanks, guys.
Handsome man opposite me, how are you? Introduce yourself. Who are you? What is going on? I thought I'd give it a big one because you just are not in the mood today.
I really am not.
He's upset.
I'm alright. I'm living. I'm breathing.
How's your week been?
Tiring. Try to get to sleep.
The heat.
Trying to work. Yeah. I had to go into work.
The heat for everyone?
I had to go into work on Tuesday because the AC is beautiful at work.
I wanted to do that.
Do you know
but
what? I remember when I
travelling.
used to work in the office, I used to almost be in tears because it was so cold.
Oh, you're one of them ones complaining.
Listen,
The aircon,
I would honestly,
the
I'll
aircon.
really get into my feelings about it as well, and I'll be like, "Oh, guys, please, I can't work in these conditions." I used to be extra and bring like the big blanket and be like,
blanket.
"I'm so cold."
A blanket.
No, it was horrible. All of my jobs where they've had AC, it's absolutely horrible. Like I would have my toes. One point, my toes was even numb.
Your toes are
Like, I'm
cold.
not even like being dramatic.
Why's your toes outdoors though?
Because I'll be wearing sandals because it's so hot outside, and I'll be wearing flip flops, sandals, or whatever. And then you come in, and then
My office is completely like cold.
and then we'll have. I remember like obviously we use like this, what's it called, like Slack, it's like instant messaging.
Yeah.
There'll be like a group chat, and everyone's it's not. We don't need it to be 40 something degrees in here. And then you got someone going, oh, it's too cold, and just back and forth, and to the point they were like, no one can touch the AC because everyone's getting really uncomfortable, and they had to ban everyone from touching it.
Oh, you had access to touch it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because you
but
would
so
go.
did we.
I used to go off when it.
We don't. We have to call maintenance.
I'll press it off.
No, we could in.
But our
No, I'm talking about
building's massive.
The Streetwell office. That
Yeah.
one you could anyone could touch it, and then it got to a point where they were like, no one needs to touch the AC now
Because
you
it's just
can't.
terrible.
Which is a
Yeah.
little bit.
Which was really seen it now. It's getting warm.
But,
Where I am now, I don't know who controls the AC, but it is what it is. But in the Treatwell office, like Phil was saying, I think I was on a different floor to what you would have been on. But on the first floor, literally, as soon as you come in the door, the AC's there. And I knew it would be cold. Sometimes I'd want some of the AC on. Sometimes I wouldn't. I'd work by the window. But yeah, I'd always turn it down.
When you first come to the office from being outside and it's
nice.
warm, it's nice. But once you've been sitting still in a position for hours, that's when you feel it. And when it's directly blowing on you, that's when it's like really uncomfortable. And
There
you're
was a
just
guy
like,
in my
oh
office that was
God.
like you and used to be like, the fucking
No.
aircon.
I used to,
And I was his
proper
secret Santa. I
moan.
bought him a blanket.
And these girls know that I complain. So imagine me
Oh Lord.
when I'm upset or in a mood. Imagine-
Is there a version
I
to
don't need to
a
imagine.
is there a version to a Black Karen?
Moaning Myrtle.
I think that might be me.
Philippa.
Moaning
That's
Myrtle.
Philippa.
Is it?
Yeah, that's what I called it.
I think
Moaning
that-
Myrtle.
I'm not gonna lie.
Moaning Myrtle. Oh, shut up.
When
Moaning
when
Myrtle.
she's ready to go,
I
Oh,
can't
stop
help
moaning.
it. I just can't stop. Once I'm in a mood,
Yeah.
I'm in a mood, and it takes me out. I need to be by myself for
Give
a
it a
while
timeout.
to get out of the mood,
Wow.
or someone's got to do something. I don't know.
To break
But when
the
I'm in a
ice.
mood, I'm in a mood.
Remember
Like, I'm
she's
just
in a mood on her birthday.
Yeah, that was. She took her
What
phone
What do you
with
mean
her.
someone's got to do something to break the...
Like, you know,
I don't know. You know, like if
atmosphere.
someone like Kay, obviously she's very bubbly. She might come in and crack a joke or whatever and make me smile. You know, you don't want to smile. You're like,
Oh.
and then you do that little smile, and you're like, okay, fine. I'll get out of the mood now. But yeah.
She should be like, all right, fine.
But the heat weren't too bad. I think like
The heat wasn't too bad.
I think it was
wasn't
worse yesterday.
comfortable.
Well,
Yeah,
obviously
was the
yesterday, but
worst.
yeah, it was
But
horrible.
the day before was okay. Like
What was yesterday?
manage
That was,
it.
That was meant to
40
be
day, wasn't
2
it?
degrees
Yeah.
hotter, so it was.
I'm getting mixed up on my
40.
days.
So yesterday was Tuesday. Monday was meant
yeah.
to be what 38.
or something.
It got to about 38 and 33 degrees at night. And
On
then-
Tuesday, the hottest day though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tuesday was the hottest day.
That was
Tuesday was
yesterday.
40,
Yeah, bun that.
and
I was
the evening
ill.
was cooler though.
No, I went to work and I was fine with the AC and everything. Stepped out for lunch. That heat
It's
just
like
bitch
it's
slapped
like
me.
it just
Yeah.
yeah.
It was like a vacuum.
And it was blowing hot air. And I
Do you
was
know
just
what's
like,
horrible? I was standing by the kitchen window and I lifted the window up to get some air and literally it blew a lot of air, but the air was fire.
yeah,
I said,
oven heat.
Yeah, like when you open it,
Yeah.
that is literally.
I left my bedroom window open by accident for about an hour.
No.
And whilst it was cool, like in the morning, and then by the time I was working in like the kitchen or the main room, come back in, I was like, what is this? Phil was like, no, just close the window. Close the curtains. She's like, just close the shut. I could feel it in the hallway because my door was open,
Yeah,
so it was
it
just
was
like
hot.
coming through the house. It was like a plague.
Yeah,
It's
but
like
if
a
you sit in the
plague.
dark, like I shut my curtains and I
Yeah.
listened to the advice, shut the window, and it actually cooled the place down. And at night time, people are like can't struggle. When I'm tired, I'm tired. I'm
Yeah.
going
No,
to
I can't-
sleep.
I
don't
can't-
have a problem
I couldn't
with
sleep.
sleeping.
Me,
I'm
sleeping.
sleeping.
I couldn't sleep.
I conked out.
It was too hot for me.
I watched I was
even
obviously
slept under the
I was watching
duvet, I'm
Love
sure.
Island and yeah, I did.
Alien. What the
I just
hell?
find it comforting. I think.
But
Yeah.
for some reason the duvets that we have at home, I can
Yeah,
sleep in it in the
yeah,
summer.
they're
It's not a
too
problem.
bad.
Maybe it's like a light one.
It's not. Yeah, they're really good.
No,
they're really
mine's like
good.
15 tog or whatever you call
It's
it.
mine's even more because
I
mine's
don't
two
know. I just
15s
feel
together.
comfortable.
15
Like
tog, that's like bigger than most winter ones if you're sleeping in the 15 tog.
yeah,
That's
So
the
I've
thickest
got-
one. I love it.
Do I have two together that create a 15 tog?
Yeah, I think you've got like a 13 and a 3 or something like that.
Yeah,
or a
but I
14 and a
can
2 or
take
something
them.
like that.
I basically
You can
clip
take it
together,
apart.
but I can take it apart and make it thinner. And that's all now. In what 2 years I haven't done it. It's just it doesn't bother me. And if it is
Okay.
too hot, I sleep on top of the duvet.
Or if I sleep with it on, I'll sleep with like half on and half the leg out or something.
It's
But
comfort
I
for
like
me.
I like the comfort.
I like blankets
going
and things,
underneath.
but blankets are too hot. But
I'm not going underneath.
well, this is
Maybe
what I'm
like
telling you
your feet
about
or
bed
legs,
sheets,
but
Mark.
like-
The perfect bed sheets. When you get them, that cotton
Yeah,
is
whatever.
sublime.
I ain't sleeping underneath.
You don't have to. But I'm just saying.
What do you do?
What
Sleep
kind
on
of
top?
sheets do you sleep on though? What kind of sheets do you sleep on?
What do you mean? Come on.
Sheets
Like
of Egyptian
thread.
cotton.
We had this
Oh
conversation
gosh,
last
yeah,
week.
we-
He just
yeah.
sleeps on bed sheets. Whatever's a bed sheet, but he doesn't know the.
That just sounds
You don't
wrong.
know.
I just sleep on
I
bed
mean,
No,
sheets.
I'm assuming they're clean. But
He doesn't know
Always.
the material. He doesn't know the thread count and all that kind of stuff.
Gave
It's
you a
not
little bit
really
of
a
advice, though.
men's.
Did you take a look at the links I sent you?
Yeah, I bought one already.
Oh,
What did you buy?
Anyway, just 100% cotton.
Egyptian.
What was the?
No.
What was the
Thread count.
Red cat, yeah.
Can't-
Did you do your homework?
What
They
homework?
tested him. So.
I did ask him. I did tell him, and he was like, "Right, thanks, Kay."
What's my homework?
I sent you about what they mean, and okay, never mind.
Yeah, great, lovely. Anyway,
You're such a guy's guy, aren't you?
Such a moody
You
cow.
don't care about that kind
Go
of
on.
stuff.
Start
what
us
things
off.
That, okay, in your house, what are the things that you really care about?
food.
Okay, like
As long
what
as you've
type
got
of food, or like you
a full fridge.
M&S, Waitrose kind of shopper, or like.
I go Waitrose on a Sunday to buy my fish.
Jesus.
Yeah, because they do it like
Bougie.
20, no, they do it 20% off or like
Bougie.
20,
Wait,
like-
on a Sunday?
yeah, there's like half price and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, for the fish, for the fresh fish. So that ain't bougie.
I was ready to be like, wow, someone's in their weekly shop. in
Come on,
Waitrose.
ladies.
But
come
no, I
on,
go
ladies.
butchers and get my meat.
Yeah,
I need
fair.
to start
it's
doing
better.
that.
It's better.
So much better.
Yeah, I know, but I just can't.
I spent what £30 on meat, and that's gonna last me for a good month and a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do my online food shopping, and I pick up my fresh vegetables and fruit when I need them. So yeah, there's always food in the fridge.
That
Most
one
important
thing you're
thing.
just not compromising on is food.
Food. Well, I'm
I'm
dead.
like that
I'm
as
dead
well.
majority of
I
the
could
time.
be,
So
I could be
As long as I'm
broke as long
buying
as my
meat
bills are
from
paid and there's
supermarket.
food there. I don't care.
as long as it's decent, I don't mind. I sometimes buy duck. That's from the supermarket. I love a good duck.
Yeah.
Duck, you know.
I don't actually. I don't
Such
buy
a,
it, but I like duck.
There's certain foods that you just enjoy out, but I wouldn't buy a duck. But now you said it, I'm like, actually,
My
I
aunt,
probably do.
when I was
duck.
at home, my aunt used to buy it and do it
don't
at
eat
home,
duck.
but I don't
Oh.
really
like
have
that.
the time to know how to do
Not
duck
gonna-
the way I
I'm not
like
gonna
it.
cook it.
Go home to me aunt's house.
Go home.
Have some. Do some for me.
No, but my work presentation was alright. It was a massive thing in Leicester Square, in the Odeum, and upcoming films. We've got our film with Jordan Peele coming up soon. Nope. It's like a horror / alien type of sci-fi film, but the trailer looks sick.
Okay. I do take your judgment in consideration
thank
a
you.
lot. So
We've got another Halloween film coming. Okay.
I love Michael Myers. It just doesn't quit. I love it.
We've got a Mario Brothers film coming out the end of the year.
My nephew will love that.
Another Puss in Boots film.
Actually, I have seen that.
A film that I'm really looking forward to. It's called Megan, and it's basically like the female version of Chucky. It does look sick. It does look absolutely sick. I'm looking forward to that the most.
You're really into films, aren't you? Do you feel like you're into films because of your job, or was you into films?
I was into
prior?
films, yeah.
I was about
Prior.
to say,
That's quite nice. That
Mu-
you feel
mus-
like you've
music
got-
and films I've always had a love for,
Yeah.
and I've done both. I've worked both in music and films.
Is that why you specifically wanted a job at this place, or is it just coincidence that you got a job at this place and you actually quite like
I got
it?
lucky. I wouldn't say lucky because that just sounds like I just landed on it. But my friend works for the company I work for now, and she told me there was a job opportunity, and I was just like, and I was working Royal Courts of Justice at the time, so a totally different job. And I applied for it, and I got asked for an interview, and the first interview was literally us talking about films and TV shows. So I was just like,
cool.
this is not an interview. Then the second interview was a bit more serious on what I'd be doing and stuff like that. And then within 5 minutes, my friend called me back saying, I'm not meant to tell you, but you got the job. And I was just like,
Yeah.
Nobody knows things. It's
I've been there,
Yeah,
what,
when you're
8 years
inside
now?
the company, you usually know.
Nepotism is finest.
Yeah, it was
People
It
have been
is.
doing it
I-
for years.
Some
so it's
people
now time for us.
sometimes with like interviews that I've seen working, like they give you the interview because they have to. However, most times we've already
They've
picked.
They already know.
Yeah.
So I
I
remember
feel like
when
that's-
I had
happens all the
was
time.
interviewing for someone to work with. I remember my manager was like, "Oh, he showed me the CV, whatever." I looked on LinkedIn and I saw that it was a black girl, and I was like, "Yeah, I think I'll get along with her." And he was like, "Okay, cool." And he interviewed everyone else, but we was already decided that we were going to give her the job because it was someone that I was going to be working closely with. He knew that I'll probably get along with her. We were the same age. We were both black, I guess. I don't know.
It's funny about, like,
It's always a
interviews,
bonus.
Because like at work, our interview, like the most deciding factor is how they behave at lunch. Like the team lunch, they'll make you do a
Really?
team lunch. Yeah, they'll make you do a
With
team.
children.
No, just with like our team or our department. Like, let's say we were interviewing for a new head of year. The head of year would come and have a lunch with us, and we would then give feedback on how they were at the lunch or where we kind of.
Yeah, but what's that got to do with...
I guess they all
how
could
they gel
be
with the team
as
and-
good as well
Yeah.
experienced as each other, and on top of that, you probably want to know what they're like socially.
One
I
of the big
guess.
things is the lunch. Like, it's everyone kind of thinks it's the time they relax, but actually, that's the time when they're probably going to say yes or no.
And it's a shame because I know personally in those kind of situations, I probably wouldn't do my best in that, knowing that I'm at a lunch and I haven't got the
people I
job
don't
and
know.
there's
Yeah,
6
people
people
don't know, yeah.
I bet it
judging
is.
me based on how I might...
like, the food's nice.
Like, what do you talk about?
You kind of ask them, like, what do you do? Like, what do you like doing?
Maybe judging me my food choices or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I don't like her. She didn't choose duck. No, she didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh my
awkward.
God.
Oh, what's that? Ackee saltfish. What's that?
Oh my
Oh,
god!
mate.
Did he put that in his left hand and that in his right hand?
It's got hot chili sauce. What's that?
He just
I
got
don't
chili
know why
sauce
people
out of
always
his
feel the need to comment on your
bag.
food. When you have lunch, they always feel the need to comment.
What's that? Smell. Oh,
It
that
smells
smells.
lovely.
That smell.
Yeah, no, they
Sheila,
love it.
please.
Or they're just like, oh, remember my manager would be like, oh yeah, he told me about 5 times. Oh, my girlfriend's Jamaican. It's like, I know, you told me already. And he was like, oh, are you one of those people that marinate the chicken for like 4 hours? And I was like, no, not all the time. She's like, oh my God, I can't stand it when she cooks because she was basically saying she takes too long because she marinates the chicken for 4 hours. Blah,
But that's
blah,
why you
blah.
start early in the day.
Oh, it was just really
At
funny.
least he's getting good food.
And good
Yeah.
something maybe. Anyway, go on.
Good.
Yeah, go on.
So yeah, that was the films, and then
Oh my god, how did we get there? Sorry.
then we went to like
How
a
do we
work
ever
drink
get there?
up, some rooftop thing near Oxford Street. Really nice place actually. And then I had to rush back out because I had tickets to go see Ghetts at Somerset House.
Oh my
yeah,
god,
yeah.
so many
Yeah.
people
So,
went to
so
this.
yeah, that
sister
was
went.
last Thursday.
You said.
And the Thames was there as well.
Yeah,
The week before. I
Yeah,
think
how
they
was
did
it?
this week.
Well, I know you enjoyed it.
yeah, it was
Because
good.
sorry to cut you. Was you there that time we met him in the McDonald's?
She says this all the time.
Yes.
Because
This
it's such
story.
a nice
The one in Bow.
story. We went.
I don't know where I was. I missed out, and this
We went out to
story.
club, whatever,
As you do.
and we were hungry. Went to McDonald's. So we sat in the car park, and then obviously this car was next to us, and we were like, "Oh, he looks familiar." And we wind down the window, and it was Ghetts, and he had said something like he needed to get out to clear his head or something like that, and we must have sat in the cars chatting for a good 2 hours, just general chit chat about life. I think it was something about his kids and how he wanted to help the youth and all that kind
No,
of
he's
stuff.
a
But
real-
it was
he's
such
a
a
real-
nice
Such
Such a nice
conversation.
just so chilled.
And we didn't really necessarily know
Know
of
who
his
he was.
music and stuff like that, but we knew
Someone said it
of
was
him.
Lisa.
Yeah.
She told me, I was like, wait, aren't you Ghetts? And I was like,
Lisa
what?
knows everyone.
And then he was like,
Lisa
yeah.
knows
And then he
everyone.
still carried on talking.
Yeah,
It's
just
like-
No, he's a cool
general
dude.
chit-chat.
I've
It
met him a
was
couple
really
of
nice.
times. He's
I was gonna say, I feel like you would have.
from the area.
Yeah.
From where you from?
He's
I'm
like,
originally from like Stratford, but like Stratford,
he's
West,
east. He's
West
local.
Ham, Blasto.
that's obviously probably why you saw
Why you saw
him
him at the
there
bar.
because
Yeah,
Cannington.
Bow,
Was
yeah.
it Bow or
The
Cannington?
A
bow.
bow one, just
I think
there.
That's
24
that
hours,
Bay
that one.
McDonald's.
Is it still there near the flyover?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, man, refurb.
Me and Reese visit there sometimes on our way to pods. That's where I get you lots of nuggets from when I come in and bring you
I
presents.
don't eat them.
You're such a liar.
They
You were
eat
such a
chicken
liar.
nuggets.
Clearly does.
Not only when
I'll buy
this one
20
sometimes
nuggets.
has
Is
it.
that the Queen of
But I don't have McDonald's generally. I
The
don't.
difference
No,
is
it's
I
a
don't
bit
have them
shit,
as
isn't
often
it?
anymore. Really, it's quite rare. But when I do, I'll share them with these looks. I don't eat the full 20. Mark's raising his eyebrows, but you're the one that's like,
What's so interesting on your phone?
what you got for us?
I don't know.
He's probably got some interesting
Yeah,
information.
go on.
Do you want us to kick off or shall I kick off?
Go on, kick. Off.
So I can't remember if I asked this last week. This is great.
Don't you delete them?
Yeah, but I feel like we spoke about
Go on.
who you are with social media, without social media, or behind social media.
No, we haven't.
Okay, yeah. So, okay, Marcus, who are you without social media?
Pretty laid back and just keep myself to myself. Yeah, literally.
I'm like,
But then it depends what friend you talk to. Some friends like, yeah, Mark's just like, he's just quite cool. He'll chat when he needs to chat.
Yeah.
And other friends be like, no, Mark's crazy. Like, he's the one in the middle of the dance floor busting joke and
I
getting
could
down.
say both
But
sides
it
of
depends. Like, if I'm really comfortable with people, then I'm my full self. If I'm, sometimes I just blend into whatever. But it really depends on how I interact with people.
that.
Sometimes I can be quite shy and quite quiet, believe it or not, and then other times I'm quite wild. So,
Elaborate.
what wild?
Don't know why I'm doing that.
Yeah, I don't know why you didn't. I remember one of my birthdays, one of my good friends, we were celebrating with my boy Jimmy, who played Jeffrey in Bel-Air.
Oh,
We were celebrating, yeah, because he used to have a night, and he
dancing with no shoes on set.
yeah, and he used to hold a night, and he was like, Mark, celebrate your birthday here, and I was like, all right, cool. And then I remember we had a cinema at the back, and I was playing like old school black films, and then everyone kept on passing me a drink, and then after a while, my friend said I was like a crackhead that night. I was offering people for dance offs. I was sitting on my friend's lap, and then I couldn't keep still. Like I was just, but I didn't throw up nothing. And my friend said when he was driving us back home, my head was through the windows like a dog or something. I don't know. I can't remember the majority of it, but yeah.
So we've all got wild stories to tell on our birthdays.
I got many wild stories, but yeah, whether I reveal them is a different issue.
Well, I would agree. Actually, I'd say that you're probably this. I see the shy side, like obviously when you first meet people, or if I'm around like you and I've maybe brought other people around you in certain settings. But I definitely feel like I just see the wild side.
Really?
I see the normal side of you as well, the quiet, calm, cool, collected side. But I do see, I don't know if I see the wild, but I see the craziness. I basically see right through you. You're like glass. Yeah, see right through you. If someone was like to me, "Oh yeah, because Mark's really quiet,"
But I feel like everyone
Okay.
says that about people that are maybe introverted or a bit shy. Though you'll always get that one person that's like, "Oh yeah, well when you see them," and do you know, my sister used to do it to me all the time. People say, "Oh, Phil's so quiet." She'll be like, "Oh well, you haven't seen her at home," blah blah blah. It's like
she's like, "You ain't seen her when we're having an
Yeah.
argument." But no,
It's
seriously,
like-
Phil's the fiery one. Phil's the worst one when her and
I'm
my sister used to
not many
argue.
people have seen me lose my temper, so
I don't think I'd want to. It's a bit scary.
yeah, a lot of people say that as well. The
no one's
friends,
really seen me in this.
the one or two people that have, couldn't believe it. So it's just
like lose your temper, like
proper go like full rage.
yeah. I don't think
Yeah.
I do lose.
I don't know
my
if anyone's
It
temper.
takes a lot-
I
it-
get angry.
it takes a
Yeah.
lot
But
for
I
me
don't
to get that. But
lose-
once I'm there, that's
lose
it.
lose it.
I just feel sorry for anyone that's in my way.
Do you like see red?
I see red, black, everything.
What is it about? I think when I lose my temper, I feel like I'm really good with words.
Oh,
So I feel like
Words?
I can say things.
I'm not using words.
Which I know is probably going to
I think
hurt
when I
you or
lose my
piss you
temper,
off.
I think I'm more physical, and I'm not a physical person. I don't fight and all of that. But I
Alright,
think
for me,
anytime
it depends
I
on
really
the
lose
setting.
it,
It depends on the setting.
then yeah. Remember that time when I slapped my little cousin? She was getting rude. Italians.
No, well,
She won't come home. She was trying to fast
oh, was I
herself.
there?
Yeah, it was all going home together. Or it might be Lisa.
I don't know if it was me. No.
But she was meant to come home with me. She was a lot
I do
younger.
remember one time you slapped. I don't know if you slapped, but she was in the car with Sean, and you got really angry with her. It was really funny. And I was driving. I was thinking,
Is this when she didn't want to go home?
And I couldn't see what was going on behind me, but you were kind of like.
No,
wrapping
do you
her
know
up a
what?
bit.
Nah, I was shaking her. Oh my god.
Oh, you did the shake.
Huh?
You know, you like.
I was just like, because she was basically she was doing some very silly things, and she was just not. I can't.
Maybe she just weren't listening to what was going on or what was saying.
But then
I think
she
we
was
were all
trying
getting quite
to
frustrated.
manhandle me, and I was like, no, but I can't remember where I slapped it. But I was like, I was like a parent.
You slapped her wrist?
I don't think it was her wrist. I think it was like her.
How old was she?
No, we're the same age, but I don't.
And you
think I-
slapped her wrist.
No, I'm using my wrist
I
as
think it was
an
more
example,
like
but it was her
like
arm.
Like, can you like?
It was
One
her
of
arm
those
because I was like
things,
this, like that, and it was like her side of her. I wouldn't have gone for her face or anything, but sometimes people frustrate me. But I'm never the person that really loses their temper. I'll get angry, I'll get pissed off, might get a bit leery, but I'm not like
You're not that hot-headed, I don't think.
I can be, but it's usually people don't see it.
No,
You
you're
wouldn't
not.
expect
You're
your
not
friends
that.
to see it
Yeah,
that
you're
much.
not that
No, I've never-
hot-headed.
I've not got hot-headed to my
And
friends.
you don't necessarily get pissed off quite. I get annoyed quite easily. I think.
I get frustrated a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
Pissed off.
frustrated a lot, but whether you see it is a different thing. Whether you know it is a different thing.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah,
people are
that's-
good at like. Just
I'm good at
hiding
concealing
or
it.
just taking a minute.
I
to-
am good, but sometimes I'm really bad.
Sometimes I just have to, like Phil was saying earlier, just be by myself and be quiet, because I'm like, it's better off that I'm like this, because once my mouth will start to go, it's not going to come across well. If I'm having a bad day, people can tell through even me texting. So that's why I just kind of. My sister's like, not having a good day, are you, babe? And I'm like, Leonie, please. And she's like, she is the one person that if I get frustrated with her, she can calm me down, but she can rile me up at the same time.
Yeah, I think it's most times the people that you're close to rile you up as well. Cause they're like, "Why are you in such a mood for?" And you're like, "Just let me be in the mood. Like, go away. Like, you know I'm in a mood. So why you let me be in the mood until I've calmed down?
I
Don't
just have to swear.
when you tell someone to get out of their mood, it puts me more in a mood.
Yeah. So who are you guys
Me,
collectively
I think
without
I'm just
social media?
myself. I think my social media is very like reflective of me. I don't really post on social media as much anymore. I try to be more. Not that I've ever posted loads anyway, but I
was
think
thinking
my
about
social media can be quite boring, and people might look at it and be, "Oh, this is boring," and it's my life.
You know, she don't care. She's like,
I
whatever.
don't.
No, but it's weird because obviously my social media or one of them is not even me anyway.
Yours is all your photography, but I like looking at your social media because I like seeing your work.
I really post now.
I know.
My stuff.
Yeah,
We might do on WhatsApp here and there, but when you do, I like watching your
I think
posts. but-
social media is like that are different. It's mainly like maybe influencers or celebrities. They're quite different because I know, like, obviously, I watch the Kardashians.
They're
And I
doing
know a
things
lot
all
of
the
the time,
time.
like you get Kim, like, in her show, she'll say that, oh, she's a really shy person, and then she posts nude photos. So it kind of contradicts itself. But then she has to do that for her image. When she's with her friends and family, she apparently likes to be at home in bed by 9, playing with the kids. But it's
she's
different
so
from
plain
her social media. And she
outside of
always
work.
says she's shy. I watched this interview and she was like, she could have never become famous without her family because she's the most boringest person, apparently.
She says it all the time.
Well, technically, she wouldn't be famous without her family anyway.
Basically.
Yeah, but she's like, the reality show is based on, she's the best with her family. And I feel like that might be kind of like me. On my own, I probably would sit at home and watch TV. But when I'm with my friends, I'm a different, not a different person, but you'll see a different side to me when I'm with friends or with people that really bring out that fun energy with me.
So
Whereas,
sometimes
like,
her
Kay
socials are popping.
Yeah, Kay can be on her own having a great time.
Yeah,
she don't need her friends.
No, seriously.
No, it's true.
Seriously.
Do you know what I mean? Where
party
some
in my
people,
room. Everyone goes, oh my gosh, I might be like, oh, if you need me, I'm going to be in my room having like a 20-minute dance party. And I literally am doing that. Like if you open my door, you'll see me dancing and playing music loud. But I close the door because it'd be a bit loud, innit? Yeah.
That's a really good question though. I feel like, having to think about it now, tell a lie. People at work will probably think, who is this person? Like, they call me Tai, because they're like, when they look at my socials, Tai's coming live. At work, I'm probably the most professional / we're not going anywhere past this level.
Yeah, that's
I feel
good
like,
though.
I don't know. I can't be the real me in that work setting, but on social media, I probably can be.
Oh, see, I can be the real me at work because once I can get away with it, but people just know I'm rude, I'm cheeky.
Yeah.
So you're like that at work.
Like people ask me, oh, what do you think about this film? Shit. Like I could just be brutally honest, and
But
they love
I'm
it.
pretty sure that's what they would like, though. No,
No, but they love it.
yeah.
Because they need it as well, isn't it?
I guess it's like your social being at work and who
Yeah,
you work with.
yeah.
Because I feel like in my team, I'm 100% myself, and I've never felt as myself in any other companies where I am
Is that because
now.
your team's quite young?
No, my manager's like 50 odd. But he's just cool and down to earth. And then obviously the girl that I worked with, we were the same age. Yeah. But the guy before our head of department, he was like maybe 34 something or like that. And he was just really cool, down to earth. Like we have the team meetings and everyone's just, no one's uptight. No one cares too much about work. We do our job. We have a laugh, and it really makes a difference.
Yeah.
And we're all different races, different ages, different. Do you know what I mean? But we're just ourselves.
just are.
Yeah. And like, if we have an opinion, we can voice it. No one's getting criticised, or we can say to each other, "Do you know what? I can't be asked today." And okay, cool. Do you know what I mean? It's not no.
Mine's the
I
same.
think that's really nice to have.
I think that's nice.
I think I'm the same inside and out. Like what you see is what you get on social media. I might not. Obviously, probably more out there in real life. But if I'm in a mood where I want to post this, or if I'm out and I want to post what I'm doing or enjoying, I don't post everything. Like I don't document my whole life, but I will post probably like the enjoyment side of it. Or when I play tricks.
Does, though. Like,
That's what I'm
if you're going
saying.
out, I think I was listening to something about this. When you go out, obviously you're going to post the good side of it. So you could be...
I'll never amp it up for social media. It's
you're
the
going to amp
same.
it up. It's just like, wherever you are, it looks like a good time. That's why you're out. You don't go out to just stand in the corner.
Yeah, but you don't necessarily go out because you have to show everyone.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I'm like
No,
that.
'cause
Literally,
sometimes
if
you
I'm
don't.
out, you probably won't see.
Like
nothing.
sometimes there's
Yeah.
days, which is probably might be rare or might seem rare. There's days or times when I'm out and I'll like rarely post or I just can't bother and I'm like, can't bother. But then other times when I can't
mostly
stop.
post like on my stories socially, and I'll never be at home, random take a selfie and put it.
Oh, no.
I don't.
No?
It's just not. It's just
No,
not me.
it's no.
Or you know, like if
me.
I've seen girls
We
that
know.
potentially, Katie does it.
Katie
The side head pose,
Or like-
we know.
Sometimes I'm like,
You know, or just
cute.
randomly
I
going
need
to
be
Tesco
seen.
and you take a photo of yourself. I just would never do anything.
I don't think I'll
like
do that in the street.
I don't
Or
think
there's
men.
some people that like sing along to songs and then they record.
Yeah, I
it.
can't do that.
Or when
That
you're
would
driving.
that make me cringe.
no.
That's a bit
driving
weird.
and think, let me post
I don't-
I
I don't-
have done that on occasions, but I do think it's weird.
I don't think
really.
generally men take great selfies. So
They do it like auntie pose.
Oh,
Like,
men do
hold the
that.
two things and stuff like that.
Like that.
Yeah, men don't really take.
I don't know why men take a
with
selfie like that.
the downward one.
Yeah, why is it like that?
Yeah, it looks weird.
I'm like, why do you do that? Gosh.
Yeah,
When you're ready to take a selfie, you take a great one.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I really take them. When I'm feeling myself, which is not that often, maybe.
I mean, I've got
Do you have like a
several of
favourite
us.
selfie?
I've got several.
Maybe.
What are you talking about? Because when you,
Why do you say it like that? Is it?
I'm pretty sure you.
Is that
an inappropriate selfie.
I'm pretty sure you nudged
No.
me. Oh my god.
No.
Okay.
What happened to a selfie today then, Katie? Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but when you
nudged me.
take that's different. Like
No,
taking
I
a
know.
selfie of myself and then posting it. Nah.
Okay, yeah, I know what you mean. I know
That's
what you mean.
actually really strange.
Because I know my boys will cuss me, and they will use that for my next birthday,
Yeah.
and they'll make a
think
whole
men-
story of it.
I think if
They'll jazz
men
it
are gonna
up.
take a photo of themselves, it's usually like them in the gym,
Or a full length, or a full length, or if they've
yeah,
got
yeah.
Yeah.
A full length
or they're like
photo.
in the car vibing to music or something. They might do a little video, but men don't really sit there and.
I was saying, I don't
Maybe
like
once in a
see-
while, if a man wants to update like his Tinder profile or a profile picture or something like that, but you won't
No, but you
see
wouldn't
it
even
regularly.
Put a, you already put a selfie.
I've seen it.
Have you?
I've seen it.
Full blown.
And it won't be
selfie?
like that. It might just be a certain angle where they're
But
chilling
is that
like,
when they're taking
this.
a body picture though?
No, they might just be sitting in the car like this. I've seen it.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
I don't know why. What you got, Marcus?
Random one. I had it just now.
He's always complaining. I'm trying.
Do you think your parents did a good job raising you while you were growing up?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Right, that was easy, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Do you know what? I had a
Yeah.
conversation about this the other week. That's why.
Yeah.
I think they got it
Definitely.
right. Like.
And I think people tell me all the
Yeah.
time, like, obviously my mum's not here anymore, but people, like family members, they'll be like, no, to me and
Or
my
maybe
sister,
you
she's
can
done a
say,
great job.
what do you wish they could have done differently? Because I'd have things.
I do
I
have
mean,
a few things that wish
It's
my
very
parents would
easy to
probably
look
done
back and say,
differently.
oh, they could have done that. But then
But
there was
No, you
some of them were
can.
young themselves.
Yeah.
I don't think
And
technically they
if
could
you
have
was the
done
first
anything
child, like
in
you're the tester.
raising us personality wise. I don't feel like there's anything that they could have done better in that sense. I always say, oh, I wish my parents done this when like I wish I went on. We went away a lot and little getaways and stuff, but I wish we went on more bigger holidays.
You paying for it?
No, but that's what I'm saying. I say I wish, but I don't.
But no, like as
I don't
maybe,
fault them for it, and I don't think it's affected how I've grown up. I think in terms of how I've grown up, my sister's grown up as like young ladies. I think, yeah.
I
bang
always
up
say
job.
like, I think my parents done a obviously amazing job as well, but I was very timid for a really long time, and I don't necessarily blame them. I just wish they pushed me. Like I remember like getting into Coventry Uni, and it got to like summertime, and I just didn't want to leave home. I was like, oh, I'm gonna miss my mum. I wish that, because if it was my child, I would have said go at least for the first term, and if you really don't like it,
Come back.
but they were just like, okay, you can go to London Uni. And I've always said this to them. I really wish they would have, because it's
Push you to
taken me a
go.
long time to like gain my confidence and be a bit more independent and stuff. Because even like prior to moving out, one of the reasons why I got a 2-bed flat was because I thought I would be really scared being on my own.
Oh yeah.
And I remember I was like, KJ, yeah, let's live together, whatever. And I think maybe she went away for like a week or so. And I was like, this is great.
This is fine.
I was like, not in a bad way, but I was like,
You didn't need
I
her.
didn't need company.
Because I guess she thought, because we
I
never,
thought I would genuinely be scared.
once
on
we
my
moved
own.
in, we've never really been apart. And even for me, I'm not like that. But when I spent the first night by myself, and I was like, oh, this is really quiet. And I guess for Phil, she must have thought, I don't know if I can do this day in, day
because
out.
everyone said to me, no, once you do it, you'll be fine. Because I've never been anywhere on my own, as per se. And obviously, I come from a big household with like brothers and sisters, so I was always in the house with someone. I never spent a night alone in my parents' house.
I was told
Even
opposite.
if they went away for holiday, I had my brother or I had my sister or someone's there. I was never there on my own. So until I actually moved out, I thought, this is going to be really rubbish being on my own. I might be scared. That's why I picked like a second floor flat as well. Because I was like, I don't want to be too close to the ground to get robbers. I was
wanna
just
be too high up.
overthink things.
You just thought about everything.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
But then when you come to it and you actually put yourself in that situation, I was completely fine. Like I remember even the first night I bought Nitol, because I was like, I know I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight on my own, and I fell asleep straight. And I was like, fine. So if my parents maybe had pushed me, I might
would've
have
known
been.
this sooner.
I might have been fine at uni instead of being like scared.
Interesting.
I feel like you would have been fine.
I mean,
Probably because
You
I would
sink or
have
you
had to make
swim.
myself fine.
that's it. You sink or swim.
And
in
even
my
if my parents were
situation.
like, "We're not coming to get you," what was I gonna do?
You're gonna have to
Pack my
learn to
bags
swim.
and come
Yeah.
home? No, I would have ended up just staying there and getting
Dealt
on
with
with
it.
Yeah, you have to deal with it.
Ooh,
So yeah, when I definitely have children, if they're anything like me, like shy,
you definitely be
I'm
pushing
gonna
them
make
to do
sure
them
they-
kind of things.
yeah. Even like if I wanted to go somewhere, oh, go with your sister, or do you know what I mean? It was never.
It's true, you know.
It was always, oh, your sister's gonna be there, you'll be alright, or it took me a while, but I'm here now.
I wish I gave me a younger sibling. I wish.
You say this all the time.
I've said this, but I wish I had a younger sibling. Like, or if deep down, I wish I had a sister. Like, I think it'd be so nice to have a sister. I love my brother, but a younger sister would have been so cool.
I do wish. I always sit there and feel like, oh, I wish I had a little sister. But then I grew up with my younger cousin Molly, and she literally was like my little sister, and they're annoying.
Yeah, well,
love you, Mo, but they are very annoying. How do you feel about your little sister?
Yeah, me and Sean are the same age.
I've got 2 little sisters.
Yeah, sisters. How do you feel about your little sisters? When you was,
I didn't.
I guess
we
you
didn't
was
live in
a
the
lot
same
older
household.
though, and yeah.
We didn't live in the same household. So for me, I wish I had an older brother.
Okay, yeah. It's always one or the other.
No, because I was the only child on my mum's side.
Okay.
So it was just literally me and my mum grew up together. There's certain things I wish, because like she had me she was 18, 17. So yeah, there's a lot of times being me by myself, using my imagination.
Like starry twinkly eyes there.
But
my imagination.
Yeah, I wish I had an older sibling to show me the ropes or like help me show the way. Like literally, I am the older sibling who
has to show
for everyone else.
Someone has to be the first child though.
But I thought I wouldn't say I thought I was a fuck up, but I thought that I didn't do certain things or I could be a certain role model to my siblings because at one point I wasn't really doing nothing. So it was just like, I wish I had someone to kind of like guide me and show me. And even though me and my dad have a great relationship, I never lived with my dad. So it was just, I didn't have that typical father and son type thing, but we was obviously father and son. But just being the only boy on both my mum and dad's side, so all my cousins were girls.
Yeah.
So any family gatherings, it was just me, the one boy, a whole bunch of girls. There was pros and cons to that.
Yeah.
Definitely pros and like I obviously got understood and talked a lot about females and males and stuff like that. That was great, but when it comes to me trying to talk to girls at a young age, terrible. Because I was trying to give them what I thought they wanted, and it wasn't me.
I feel like for men, it's really important to have that male figure. Like for girls, or like an older sibling in that way, kind of to help in that sense. Because someone was saying this the other week to me that guys find it really difficult to be vulnerable. Like really difficult to be vulnerable around other guys sometimes.
Yeah.
Whereas girls, we can do it all the time. Like you probably see me at my worst and my best, whereas guys kind of need that guidance from an older figure as such. Be like, it's all right, bro. Like,
But I had that being around females.
Did you?
But then when I was around guys, I didn't adapt to it. I was quite like shy and quite like, oh my gosh, like I'm not used to this. Like, so I didn't really fit in with the guys. So I struggled with that, and I guess I don't know, an older brother would have helped me through that. And yeah, I struggled with like trying to like be one of the boys, but not boy, but
the boys
fit
just in between. When I struggled my early teens with that.
It's funny because I think it was Love Island. Someone said the other day, like, when Jack said that he wasn't feeling himself, someone was like, if he was in my male group chat, he would have been rinsed or something. I was like, the guy's actually saying he didn't feel okay.
That's what guys do.
And I couldn't believe that that's the response. I was like, but you said he's not all right. And it was just like,
maybe guys
are...
prefer
but then
the tough love.
It is, all right, with guys, obviously I can't speak for all guys, but with me, I've been lucky enough to have guys where they are like that, but guys that are actually like, I can be vulnerable with them as well. So I think it's very important to have, you can have boisterous boys, but once you get a bit older, you can like relate to a lot of stuff and just be vulnerable with your boys without feeling like, I'm being soft or I'm a wet wipe or something like that. So yeah, like
that's definitely what you see. Luca on Love Island.
I think with things like
absolute wet wipe. Luca.
If you're putting things like Love Island into it, these boys are young. These boys and girls are young, and everyone's just saying, I wouldn't do this and blah blah da da da. It does make me laugh that the way that some people are judging these people, but these people are literally not mentally unstable. Yeah. Tasha's crying every 5 minutes. Every episode she has to have a cry.
I can't deal with that.
Like,
woman, you know?
I just find it like this is society how it is now for younger people. Like, literally, they don't know how to show their emotions.
And imagine that is on live TV, yeah, but that's only in a villa where they're secluded. How the
They're not going to
are you gonna
survive.
deal on the outside world, please?
But they should know that before they go in there. And I'm not
should.
saying because I know
They should
certain
mentally prepare for it.
situations,
Yeah.
I'm not putting myself. I wouldn't go on
You would
that
never
kind
see
of
me on that.
TV.
You would never
because
see me on that.
I know I can't.
I ain't
take
lipsing anybody.
Yeah.
And I
aftercare.
obviously
Yeah.
reality TV's. I'm not
I haven't
24/7
got
to
thick
be
skin.
watched. And knowing me, I know I don't mind being in probably would have been in a public eye, but that
It's a
It's
lot.
the scrutiny that I would find uncomfortable.
yeah.
Like,
People that know me trying to judge me.
Because no matter what, you're never gonna be
No one's
perfect.
perfect.
But there's always gonna be something you're
Yeah.
doing wrong, something they don't like, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I ain't got time for that because
Or
as much as I don't care,
judging, like
judging
the
over
way
nonsense.
you talk, the way you look, the way your toe is.
Oh.
the
But
way
she
your-
said the other
you say your
week when she
toe?
was
Yeah,
like,
No, it's true. Because I know what we're like. Sometimes if I'm looking at like online
Yeah,
for
I saw a
stuff,
video, a picture where Jax had his slipper on and maybe his middle toe was longer than the
And
big.
people and
And
someone.
everyone was making memes, and it's like.
Oh,
I do that.
Sometimes I
do
would.
that all the
Funny, it's funny,
time.
but you do think like, oh,
I
that
know
was me, I would be really
if
embarrassed.
I was someone
be upset.
who was getting poked fun of, I know how petty I could be. I'll be like searching them up and I'll find something about them.
I'll probably do it back. To be
I'll
honest.
find something
Yeah.
about them.
No, I would probably just be the one sitting there crying about.
Tasha did though. Really, the other day I felt really
But-
bad.
no,
She was
but
like,
I
why
don't.
don't the public like me? I was like, oh.
Because you're you.
I know, but then how are we screwed?
No, I don't, because I don't-
I don't feel sorry for her.
Tasha,
You didn't.
No.
I don't feel sorry
No,
for
but I
her in
think-
I
any
felt that was
vicinity.
quite
I'm-
panic.
That situation is a bit like, Tasha, the public don't like you, but at the end of the day, you're there and you've got your boyfriend. So if it was me, I'll be like, I've got you.
You anyway, don't matter. I've won the show already because that's what I came there for.
And if you
The
don't,
thing
if
is-
you really want to
apparently.
leave,
Well,
you could
apparently,
just
that's what
leave.
we
and,
say.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, that's what you're there for, to find
I
out.
think that's
but
maybe why she's so bothered about not being liked, because maybe she went in there trying
the
to
wrong-
maybe
yeah,
win
boohoo
or
deal.
She just cares because when she comes out, she wants to be seen like some of how a lot of
Like
people
Molly May.
like Molly May, Millie, and
Yeah.
all the other Love Island girls, or most of them. But at the end of the day, you can't try too hard. You go in there, you be yourself. People like you, they do, they don't. Like,
But it's hard to tell someone, like you said, they're quite young still. Think about the tough skin that you've
Don't
probably
go on
got
the show
now.
then.
But at 22, you probably weren't thinking like that.
I don't
Don't
even
go
have
on
tough
show.
skin now. So I don't even know.
think
I
most
have
of them
tough
is
skin,
you've
but I
got
think it might even be
life.
hard.
Yeah, but that's
For me
tough
at some
skin
points
with,
in
like,
there.
us lot. But I couldn't imagine, like, I don't know, having like a public like Instagram,
Yeah, no.
whatever, and people just like, I don't know, if,
One of trolls and
just saying
It's
horrible things
it's
about
so
me.
easy to focus on the negative.
Yeah, but
And
it is.
I think with something like that, literally, like you could have like 10,000 people saying, "Oh, I love you, Philly. Da, 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 da,
Yeah.
You're amazing." Blah blah. You could have that one or two comments that, "Oh, I don't like you because
Yeah,
of such."
that's it.
And
And
then
you
someone
say
else
something
like
about,
in a
oh,
position where they're like, oh my god. Yeah,
Why,
Liv.
People just love
why
commenting.
Why is your thighs so chunky? Or
Oh,
why
you
is
gained
this?
weight.
Why,
They picked that up. So even that Millie
See-
from before.
see what people say
she
about
was saying-
Chloe?
Yeah, they were like, oh, she was a size 6 when she was in the villa, and now she's a size 10, and they're like, oh, yeah, you've gained loads of weight. I was like,
Don't matter.
Are you
As
for
long as you look
real?
healthy,
Is she,
and as long as you
like-
are healthy.
I don't know.
But those things will probably. Some people would ignore it, but I think it definitely will get to certain people.
But,
It
but this
definitely
is
does
where we
affect
live now.
people.
Like literally, you have strangers that comment on people, and people get affected.
yeah.
And it's hard to run away from now.
Yeah.
Like literally, obviously, we're run by our phones and social media, and people will say anything to try and get something out of you.
Yeah.
Like so many years ago, people were cussing Blue Ivy. She's a child.
Yeah.
People do it all the time, and it's like, oh
People
my
do it
gosh,
all
like-
the time.
and it's them button bashers.
Mm?
They're just the people that are keyboard happy or keyboard warriors and just sitting there.
So that's why I get why people now just hide their children. Like, or some
Yeah.
like just don't show face or anything like that. Just
No judgment.
no
nothing.
judgment at all. Like, you kind of, I'm in my happy bubble with my child, don't need to worry about
Because
anything
it
else.
must hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
knowing that someone's
It would
saying,
hurt mine.
Oh, your child looks ugly.
your
Like,
daughter's
how are
ugly,
you saying
or
that?
she ain't got nice
You
hair,
can't
or
say that
she's
about
this,
children,
or
but that's
she's that.
people.
But people do. They'll just say it.
I saw one photo of, I think Stormy and Kylie, they went to the Grammys or whatever, and Stormy had this little dress, and it was one shoulder, and everyone
Oh,
was
yeah,
like,
why was
oh
she
my
wearing
God,
that?
that's so inappropriate.
But it
Why
wasn't,
are you
it was
dressing your child?
People
I thought
said
it was cute.
It was
People say
cute.
stuff about-
People
I
said
didn't-
it about True as well. True had like one that was like, they was like, oh, it's too lacy, it's too provocative. But I think it might have had like a little bit of it. Or it was a cute little girl's dress. It was long. It wasn't like, and yeah, the same with Stormy. I'm like, let people live. Like
They
people
just
want
say
their kids to look
everything.
cute.
Why is Kim letting North straighten her hair? She you're showing it one time, it's not going to ruin the girl's hair.
The only thing I say about things like that is let a child be a child.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, but
Because
for one day,
now literally we're going to a point where kids in school are trying to be so grown so quick. It's like they forget how to be a child. They forget that innocence, and they want to go out. They want to dress up and put makeup on, go to the clubs, and you're like, you've got so much time.
I was doing that at 16,
I
17.
feel it's different now.
It's different.
I went to
Trust me.
Because they weren't like us, I'm telling
and
you.
kids in year 5, we were talking about secondary school. All they were caring about is what colour can I have my hair? What nails can I have? And I was like, you're in year 5. You're coming to school. Like, why is it in your head thinking about the bag, the this, the that?
Why would
We're in
you
this
care?
generation. They're like 9 and 10. Why does that
Like,
matter?
I feel like when eventually we have children, as much as we can say we're not going to, I feel like sometimes
can't
you do
protect them
stuff.
from
Yeah.
No, I'm moving to a farm.
And you do stuff to make your kids be included.
Shepherd.
No, I'm
Like, I know there's people
going
that
to a
said,
farm.
I wouldn't
Shepherd
give my
Brown.
You ain't gonna hear
child a
from-
mobile
you ain't gonna hear
phone
from me.
There's some parents that
whatever.
stick by it, you know.
bunker and everything.
But when every single person in the class has got a mobile phone and you're the only child that ain't got the mobile phone and your
But
child's
I-
coming, I really want a phone, you're more than likely going to get it first.
But how
You got to govern it though.
yeah, it's weird because
you
then
maybe
how
put
far?
control-
Yeah, you
on
can
it
put
and
of course you
control on
can.
it, but then...
But I know I wouldn't want my child to feel left out.
But what, go against your own moral compass though?
But I wouldn't give my child a
No,
phone
but
because
I don't
everyone's
feel
got a
like there's
phone.
no-
I'm
Yeah,
giving
that's
my
what I'm
child a
saying, like, your
phone
whole-
because they're going to
I want to
need
stay in
it,
contact with them.
and I want to
you
be
could
able to
like,
let them.
At this age, you can have it, but I'm not giving it to you in year 5 because everyone else has got one.
They
Do you
will
get
get
what
it as soon as they start going.
Yeah,
to
and
school by themselves.
and do you know how much phones cost?
I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to get them as like the latest iPhone.
No, because
Unless it
no,
starts.
precisely.
They're like, oh, but so and so got this
Billy-
for their birthday.
Billy's got this
Yeah,
iPhone.
Billy's got iPhone 10 or whatever.
Billy's parents got iPhone 10 money.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but do you know what I
We
mean? It
won't know
starts.
until
Not
we
living
cross
above my
that
means for
bridge.
no
Oh, daddy, does that mean we're broke?
I'm sure you can't even
Yeah.
bring phones to school.
No.
I'm
I
gonna
think
break.
it's
I'm gonna
an
break my foot in your ass.
I think it's something to make kids learn, though.
Yeah, but if you're not
You
going to
learn
use
to
it, then
earn
I can say
things.
keep your phone at home. But maybe on the weekends you can use your phone because you're going to use it for games.
You really reckon that child's gonna keep that phone at home?
But
Yeah.
if it's primary school and I'm taking her to school, I'll
I'm
take
keeping her
phone. I
phone.
don't. Well, she's gonna.
You'll be
How's she gonna-
surprised what these kids
Come
do
on,
nowadays,
Phil. Come on, really.
No, I don't think so.
No,
I
but
think
it's
you
like that's the
can-
thing. Like before you
Oh.
leave the house, where's your phone?
Yeah, give me your phone. They're gonna put it in my hand.
How's my child gonna tell me no?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when they get to school, they got the iPad in their bag that's
They've got
connected to the
something,
phone.
yeah, they're going to be, or the Apple Watch.
It's
Because
not to
got
say
it
you
as part of
can't.
the
It's
deal
not
with
to say
the
you're
phone.
going to stop kids from
No,
doing
but
stuff.
some-
There's just going to be
yeah.
certain boundaries,
And I
and you're
guess
going to have to learn
sometimes
the way I learn
as
how
an
to earn
adult,
stuff.
You know your children. Like I never really went against my parents, and not because I was scared of them or whatever. I just followed instructions, and
Don't know
they
if that's
didn't
a
need
problem.
to tell me
Easily said,
twice. You can't bring this to
Yeah,
school.
but
If they
I
told
used
me
to be
once,
told- I had to
I'm
be
not
told
going to bring
twice.
It's a different
school.
generation.
I was just going to say, it's different.
No, but there were some kids.
That's why Mark says
that did
bring them up on a
things,
farm.
You know,
It's not a
bad
bad
at
idea.
school.
It's actually not a bad idea.
Mark's going to a farm. I get it. I see why.
I'm
But
going
it's
to a
like,
farm.
You can't
Country
shelter, you can't
bumpkins.
shelter them from this
I don't
world.
want.
They're
There
not
ain't gonna be no
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi, no nothing. Trust me.
Why
They're
would
gonna
you
know.
not want that though? What's wrong with it?
That's gonna be nothing, man.
There's nothing wrong. It's just limiting, maybe.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's just basically, I'll
And
say
I think
policing, but monitoring
we will never
it.
know
Right.
until we have our own
Our
children
children,
how
yeah.
we're gonna raise
And
them.
there's
We
no
can say it now,
book-
How we would like
But
to.
it might change.
I'm scared for my own child.
No,
It's
don't
quite
be.
scary. It's quite a daunting feeling.
No, because my child's gonna have my cheekiness. I'm very scared for that.
Do you ever
I'm
think like,
scared.
They
I'm
might
scared
not.
for my child if my child
they
is
will.
like a copy and paste of me when I was young.
Well,
gonna be like,
I'm scared to the fact that I probably know what my child's gonna look like. I think
that
She
would
might
be-
look
that
like
would be
her
nice.
mum.
my mum's
Or
got
he might look
my mum's
like
got
her.
crazy genes. Like I'm a spitting image of my mum,
But I can see you like copy and paste crew, as you say.
but
So yeah,
no one would believe that my brothers we got different dads.
that's what's the insane
because
bit.
you all look like your mum.
Because you, yeah,
Eyelashes,
'Cause you see-
cheekbones.
yeah.
Down
I was gonna
to
say the,
the-
the
Wow.
pictures
Lips,
together.
everything.
Yeah,
It was literally the picture of us three, like or us four, copy and paste.
But your future child's mum might have really strong features.
Well, I hope she does, especially for a daughter. I'm gonna buy a shotgun when I get older.
I feel like men always say it when they think, oh god.
No, I'm
guys do.
I'm
But
saying
then
that.
if you know you've got good
It's so
looks and
pathetic,
you're
like,
probably
it's
gonna have a really
just-
good looking
it's just
child,
ridiculous.
that's why I
You're
can't
not-
say that.
You're gonna get there. I remember when my dad was like, boyfriend, and when the boyfriend, hi, oh, you
No, my dad was.
My dad did
That is-
you know.
that is always-
Actually, do you know what?
that
Bring
is-
it up, like, oh yeah.
It's always a scary
And it was
moment.
my brothers
was a
that
little
gave them
bit.
the hardest time. I think.
Yeah.
It was
No,
my
my
It's
brothers.
always
But
I don't.
What was it?
My dad was so cool.
It's
Like,
scary meeting obviously parents of your other half because you don't know which one you're gonna get it from. Sometimes it's the mum, sometimes it's dad, sometimes it's siblings. You just have to be on your guard for everything because
I don't know. I was just because I'm like I want my boyfriend's mum to like me kind of thing. And my first boyfriend, our mums met, they got on, and then my mum really liked him, and then like his mum really liked me, and then it was like she was like, oh, now we just have to tell your dad, and then it was like that, and then it was like my dad was like, all right,
yep.
Yeah.
And then my dad said hello to him, and then went about his business, came back like come into the room to mingle for dinner, and then he stayed and we like watched a film, and then I think after the first meet or the first or second time he kind of warmed up to him, but my dad was always very much like, I don't like it, I don't like what she know about having a boyfriend, what's she got a boyfriend for?
Must feel naturally
and I think my mum was very much like it's in a controlled environment, and like my mum was very much, if we don't let her, she's just gonna go and do it behind her back. Yeah. So at least if she comes here and we see and we meet him and the parents know each other, like, you know, his mum would drop us places. It just
you probably wouldn't.
Nah, my mum's my best mate. I wouldn't.
Had a relationship behind their back or
no? But my mum and my dad let us do a lot of things anyway.
Oh, okay,
but I
fine.
think if they was the type of parents that secluded us and
so
a lot,
much, yeah.
But then that's what she said to him.
That's when you start doing it. But yeah,
but that's what she said about the boyfriend. She went the same way we let them do things that they want to do. We have to kind of.
When you trust and you know your children, like you just know.
Yeah.
Like, my parents never told me no because I wasn't asking for outrageous things. Like, oh, can I stay at this guy's house? 'Cause, you know, like when I was like, oh, I'm 17. It was my friend's.
I never did that.
When it was my friend's 18th birthday, but I was still 17. I was like, oh, can I go to the club? They were like, yeah, like because they knew that I was with a group of girls that was cool.
I couldn't get in the club at 17.
I wore a little skirt. I wore some heels, and it
I looked 12.
a big deal.
Huh?
I looked 12 at 17.
Did you?
I couldn't get in the club.
Yeah, I took my sister's ID. She was older.
See, and that's why I want an older sibling.
But I took my sister's ID because she was older as well.
I had to take a friend.
I couldn't get in the club.
We used to go out. Some of our friends took friends' ID that looked similar. They weren't.
None of my friends looked like me.
And we would.
They don't want to see a black face. That's all they generally want to see back.
That's so funny.
No, but I looked young and I was short as well.
When your parents trust you as a child, they let you do more.
You would have looked 12, yeah. When you said 12, I was like, oh. But it's funny you say that, Kadia, because the other week we were saying, I had this conversation with someone, they were saying like, oh, where does the barrier stop when you kind of let your child have the partner stay over? Like, what age? How do you handle that? Because I was like, when I was like 17, I used to think my mum was so unreasonable, telling me no way. But now I think
17's young.
I never had it.
I used to think to myself, what?
Never allowed,
why
ever.
can't I stay there?
Never.
In my whole,
I've not allowed. I know.
I was.
in my whole,
Like, no,
I moved. I moved out
when
when I was 22.
I just stopped asking.
I couldn't have. I couldn't even have a
once and it was
girl
a no, so
over
no.
and leave and shut my door.
yeah. And if I did have my boyfriend over, I could shut my
because
door
my
over.
brothers were allowed to have girls over, but I wouldn't allow to
It's
have
different
my
for boys
guys
though.
stay
And then it
over.
was too, when I got obviously a lot older, then I could go and stay
At
at
their
my
house.
boyfriend's
Yeah,
house.
never.
But it wasn't a thing that he came and stayed and slept over at my house. And that was even till obviously I left when just before just before I was 30 or 28 or whatever. And in all those years, no. And after a while, like Phil said, I just stopped asking. But it was a thing where I was like, I'm gonna go stay at my boyfriend's, or
I moved out.
Would have a
You felt
weekend
like that
bay
was
where I
your
could.
barrier, you just have to move out.
I had to
from
move
those
out.
things.
I had no privacy.
That's why my sister moved out, because she was like, fuck this.
I was like, peace.
But then
It's
it was
hard,
glorious.
though.
After she moved out, I got the bigger room. I just got treated.
I
I'd say treated better, but
moving
I
out
just-
was it was wonderful.
Girls
I
are
had great
girls
life.
are different.
Yeah, it's
Girls are
hard.
different.
Because I used to think to myself, Mum's being so unreasonable, but now
I won't
think
have
to
no.
myself,
I'll do the same though. I don't think I'd have no boys staying over at my house.
No, I
like
couldn't
that.
let my daughter there. No, not upstairs. No, forget it. No way.
And it's not to
Now-
say they're
no.
gonna be doing things.
You
It's
just
just because what they can do behind a closed door at home, they can do when they're at his house or when they're not in the
Maybe
house.
it's just the thought
But
of
it was
knowing
just-
that
Knowing
they're
what
doing
could be
something
doing,
potentially.
yeah.
It's not even that. It's just the respect of, having boundaries in my household or your parents' household. That's what it is. Because I used to ask my aunt.
I don't want to walk upstairs and be like, hey babes, dinner's ready. Open the door and they're at it.
Oh my God! Why?
Wait a minute. What?
Yeah, my aunt said, look, it's
that's
not even
awful.
about
That's
that.
ridiculous.
She used to
No.
say all the
Imagine
time.
No,
seeing
that's
your
really-
daughter bent over.
Nah.
Wait, that's disgusting. I'm not having this conversation. Can we get another topic?
Yeah, that
Okay,
would that would be
this is
weird.
getting a bit
Got anything?
no.
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Actually,
Okay.
yes, I have.
Oh,
What's yours?
So we got
it's about relationships.
What about relationships?
It's yours about relationship.
No.
Oh,
My question was.
Did you want to do relationship?
Oh, your
Oh,
question
you got a
was.
question?
It wasn't necessarily about relationship. It was talking about.
Oh yeah.
I guess obviously, if O was here, it would be nice to get his opinion. But since you're the single one-ish or whatever,
I don't know whether that's a
I
diss.
guess when you meet someone,
Oh,
like,
God.
how long would you take to like ask them out on a date? You know, like if you met a girl, you liked her, whatever, you got a number. When would you be like, oh, do you want to go out? Like, because I've had experience where guys drag it on for months.
Oh,
and you
the talking
haven't-
stage.
Yeah, and it's like you
It
might as well
seems
see each
tiring.
other. I wouldn't mind if I met someone, we got on, we was chatting, and tomorrow it was like, oh, do you want to go for an ice cream or do you want to go?
Yeah, it's
Is that casual?
Yeah.
It's casual.
There's
Yeah.
for me, there's not like a design date, but literally, if I get on with the person, then I want to see them like as soon as possible. So I'll just
Yeah.
ask them when they're available.
So you don't drag it on for 3 months.
No, because then
Drag it longer.
I'll
And
lose.
I doubt you would drag on talking to
To
someone
someone
from
from-
Especially if
If
I've
you
met
weren't
them
getting
in
on.
face to face as
Yeah,
well,
you met them face to face.
then I'm trying to meet them as soon as possible.
yeah.
Yeah, I've already had the energy with you.
Yeah.
first, and then
Yeah.
just
I
continue.
want some one-on-one
My
time.
thing, obviously, at the time when I was dating, my thing was, if I feel like we're hitting it off, then I'm happy to see you in person. My thing was, I don't feel like I know this guy well enough, and not
Yeah.
that I'm scared, but it's just like I don't want to be in a
Let's have a
situation where I've
conversation
started
first.
talking to you for 2 weeks. I go out with you and I'm bored out of my nut,
Dry up chat.
and I'll be like,
But I would
nah.
rather we go out straight away and then I can decide from there, I actually don't like you.
No, that's wasting
No,
my time.
I would rather build
Why is
some
that waste
sort
of
of
time?
Because
rapport
I have to
or
make an
some
effort to
sort
come
of-
see you, and I'm just like,
It's not
no.
even that,
It's like
because
it's
if you're on a
effort,
date and
that's
it's
what it is.
boring,
It is such an effort.
It is.
it's an effort. Because if you're on a boring
I
date,
can't
then
be
you've got
arsed
to.
half
But
the
what
time.
about if
And
you
my
start-
Get out
my
of
facial
it.
expressions give it away. If I'm
But what
bored,
about something like Somerset House?
People
Because
gonna know.
That's like a good experience for both of you.
what a
really.
first date?
If you just had tickets, let's say I bought 2 tickets.
That's
Nah.
not really enjoying. That's not getting to know someone. Like you're both singing along to the songs.
Yeah.
You want
Like
to
drinks
talk
before,
and
or
Yeah,
no.
like yeah, you
wouldn't-
can go
I
for
wouldn't
drinks or a meal
necessarily
before,
do
but I'm like for a first time, I'm trying to get to know
What's
you.
your ideal date? Ideal first date?
Ooh.
If she was taking you somewhere and you was like, what would you make you really happy?
I like doing activity dates, but then I like museums, art galleries. Like it really depends. Depends if the weather's nice as well.
All right, hot day then. Day
Yeah,
like
hot
yesterday.
day.
What are you gonna do?
Not yesterday. A day like
We're going
today.
aircon.
A day like today.
Somewhere at aircon, yeah. I don't know. It really depends. We can go to like an ice cream place or something. I don't have like an ideal date, but I just like the right company and I can do anything.
It's funny that when you hear guys say that.
It's
probably
nice.
girls
It's
have got an
nice to
idea.
say.
Yeah,
no,
like
'cause
for me,
obviously I have an
as
ideal
long as
date,
the
Yeah,
company's
ideal
there,
date.
But at the
Every
same
girl's got an ideal
time,
date.
at the same
bowling,
time, I do
something,
like to just
axe
be like,
throwing. I don't care.
the day is ours. Let's just
Yeah, but
do.
wouldn't you like, like you were chatting and we were getting to know each other and you mentioned museums and she was like, oh, I saw this art
I've had that happen.
I can't say
That's
that word.
nice.
Arts exhibition.
Whatever.
Exhibition.
And she was like, oh yeah, let's go to this place. Would that not make you happy? Because you'd be, oh wow,
Yeah.
she actually listened, she paid attention to
But
what
I
liked.
love, like for me, it's the small things that really matter for me. And if someone listens and understands that these little things that I really love, and they're like, oh, I've booked us for blah blah, I'll be like,
Some
raw.
people don't listen, you know.
And trust
a lot of
trust me,
people
I know.
My ideal date, I've been saying
I
this
knew
since I've
Mark was
been
gonna
about
say that.
15. I really want to go to the zoo because I really like animals. But no one's ever been like, oh, I'll take you to the zoo.
Listeners, you
So
hear
if
that?
anyone, yeah,
I was just about to say.
if anyone wants to take me on a date.
Well,
I'd like
you've
to go
heard
to the
you've heard it
zoo.
now.
That was
And
a
Her
poll.
DMs are
Yeah.
open.
Yeah.
yeah,
Put it up.
I'd love to go to the zoo as a
Got to
date.
take Philly.
I feel like
Because
I've
it
done
would
things
be
that
nice
I've
that
said I
they-
like to do.
They knew that I liked animals.
Yeah.
It would be nice if
But
they
have
even
you have
used
you
their
have you
initiative.
communicated? Like, if
Yeah.
say if there's someone that
Yeah,
you
you would
like
have
and
said
you
it
have
and they just don't
You
listen.
would have said it
I
in
would
the
have said, oh, I love
conversation.
animals.
Oh, I love animals. I really
I
want
was
to
like,
go
oh
to
yeah,
the
I've
zoo.
got a little dog, you know, blah blah blah. Yeah, I just like animals. I just like find them quite fascinating. Or if they've asked me, oh, where do you want to go on holiday? I probably would have said, oh, I can't wait to go on safari one day. So that would have
Yeah.
surely would have
Come up.
come up that, oh, she must like animals if she wants to go on safari.
In some
or-
capacity,
do you know what I
some
mean?
a little. Saying
It wouldn't
safari and going
no,
to a zoo are
Phil,
two
it wouldn't
different
actually
things.
come up in conversation. She says it all the time.
She says it all the time. So I would be so surprised if you
Yeah.
didn't say it to a guy on it, like in the.
Maybe not in like the first stage, but like after a while you got to know me and you were like, oh, I want to take her somewhere that's not too
Certain things.
like you don't necessarily have to take me dinner, but a nice casual day out. Oh, do you want to go to the zoo? I'll be very excited, but still haven't been to the zoo on a date, so
I think that'd be a cute date.
I think it'll be so fun.
I like.
I'm trying to think if I've been to
I would
been
like
to the zoo over here.
Or the aquarium.
You do
Aquarium is alright. It's not.
It's not great
I don't
here,
know.
though.
Yeah, it's not-
Sea
it's
life
not-
one is.
Maybe
Yes.
not the London. I've never been to the London one, but I've been to aquariums before, and I quite like them.
I'd probably say like something like bit of a boy, like go karting.
I thought you were gonna say that.
Like when I was younger, it would be like go to Trocadero, bumper cars, best thing. Things like obviously like bowling and just great like activities. Like I've been obviously on dates that are romantic and stuff, but I'm like, I don't really want to be romantic by you so early.
I like a mixture of both.
So do I.
Yeah,
And I think the first time an activity is just getting to know the other person just a little bit better.
Sometimes with
Out of their comfort
activities,
zone maybe
though,
as well.
I think
it's a bit embarrassing.
But then do you know what? I don't get easily embarrassed.
No,
And if
I
I'm-
find it cute sometimes.
But that's what I'm saying. If I'm shit at something,
Yeah, especially if you're competitive.
they might laugh
Most
and be like,
activities-
"Oh, this
or
is
like, I
cute."
want to be good.
Yeah,
at
but then it gives it sometimes
it
sometimes
yeah.
it sometimes give you an excuse to like be touchy.
when you
Because
when
like
you can't,
if she's
play
shit at
ball.
bowling, you go behind her, like, babe.
I've
This
done
is
something
how you
like-
do it.
I don't know how to
What,
play.
first day, we going up
No.
behind me for a move, man. What? Come
I've done it before. I'm like,
What? Excuse me.
I don't know how to play pool properly. I don't even know how to hold the thing.
No, we don't
And then
go behind me that
boys
close,
gone,
please.
oh, so you want me to do the
Yeah, let me
movie
bend
thing? We'll
you
have to
over
go
over the
behind
thing,
you.
no?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, let's
I've
do
done
it.
that at pool on a first date, and it was
I've
slightly
definitely
a bit
done it.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, why are we so like? Of course,
Because
there's obviously
we-
get lucky.
But it
why are we
depends. If
so,
I've been
And I
talking
didn't
to you.
fancy him, so that's
And I
why
fancy
Especially
you.
if the vibe is
If I
there.
fancied him, it might have been like, oh, this is quite cozy, whatever. But I didn't really fancy him, so I didn't.
See,
Really
see the confusion?
Yeah,
But I'll only go on dates with guys I fancy because I want you to want to like look at me. I would want you to want to like
when you get
sit
to this
close
age,
to me.
just go on dates.
I'm gonna
You don't have
want
fancy
you to
them.
kiss me.
Oh,
and whatever.
like this
It's
age.
true.
This age, just go on dates.
I've never been on
You
a
do,
date
if
with a guy I
someone
don't
asks
fancy.
you on a date, you're not going to be, I'm just not going to go. You've even encouraged me and been like, oh, you should just give him a try. And I'm like, I don't fancy him. You're like, oh, yeah, but you should still go and try.
No, but that's
that.
that's
Yeah.
different because
How's it
that's
different?
someone we know.
It don't matter. I don't fancy them.
No, I know, but I'm saying
yeah,
like
so there's no sexual
no, but I'm
chemistry,
saying
so-
But the
if you're
sexual
going on a
chemistry
date
thing will
with
still grow.
no, but it can.
Why
But
are you
my
looking at me?
I don't know why he's pointing at you.
Because you were
okay,
going
so wait, let
you
me-
go on a date with someone that you're just not interested in.
No,
not
sexually
interested.
attracted.
Not maybe
let me
fancy.
let me
got
clarify. If
good
you're
chat, but
meeting
the-
someone
the
for the first
attraction's not there.
time, if you're meeting someone for the first time, like it's brand new, you've probably met online or whatever. You're gonna have some initial
Yeah.
attraction. But obviously, if you have a friend or someone you know that's like, I'm really interested in you, I'm like, do you know what? Yeah, you can date to have that attraction, but sometimes if you're cool with this person, you talk and you know they're going to be a good time and you want to have a fun day out, go on the date with
It's
them.
like going on blind
and
date.
hang out
you
with
don't
them.
necessarily have to.
But it doesn't
be-
mean you have
I've said to them like, if they went to
As
me,
long
"Oh,
as they
Phil,
know what it is."
I know this really nice guy is single. Maybe you should meet up and chat. I'm going to be open to it.
You have done that.
Why
I'll do
would
that
I
for
be
my
like?
friends.
Shut
I've done
them
that
down
once.
I'll do that
completely?
for you. If
I
I'm
don't
like,
think
I
there's
feel
anything
like
wrong
you'll
with
get
it.
on with this girl, I'm going to tell you about it.
Because you
and then
might
I'm
end
gonna-
up going and then being like,
Yeah,
oh, she's
she's
really
really good,
pretty,
yeah.
or I actually quite like her. No,
Yeah.
you've never
There's
had a
nothing
friend
wrong
set you
with
up
that.
with someone.
I've had plenty of friends.
Have you
set
ever
me
done
up and-
speed dating?
Yeah,
Fun?
interesting. First person I sat down with was my sister.
Oh.
That is hilarious.
It was like we were just looking at our
You didn't know
competition.
she
We're like,
was there.
yeah.
Oh.
Oh, but then
Oh,
you
but
sat
then
down and started
rotate.
speaking.
But the first person I sat with my sister, I was like,
I'll go on a speed dating like
I would.
to go alongside my
but
friends.
it's weird because like I'd done that because I am quite shy, but then in my element, I'm like I just push through the shyness.
Yeah.
But
Do you think? I always find sometimes like men, I guess. You know when you're talking to a guy, there's been times where I've been chatting to a guy and I don't know if he likes me because he hasn't asked me out yet. But then a lot of women say, oh,
It
because the man
happens.
is shy. Like, do you ever feel shy to, or not as confident to be like, oh, do you want to do this?
yeah, if I really like someone, then yeah.
You won't
But
ask.
you feel shy.
Once I won't ask, it's just
It might
building up
take
that.
a little bit of
That
It takes
courage.
longer.
And depends on how we get on. If we really
Yeah.
get on where we're like talking nearly every other day, I mean, we're busting joke, whatever, then I'm gonna be like, yeah, let's go out.
That is
Like,
that
Yeah.
rejection, isn't it?
I think
guess.
one
It's
of one of the
like-
last guys I dated, he was a cool guy, and it took. But then I guess during that time it was kind of in lockdown or whatever. But I was like, the fuck is he gonna ask me? And we would always like plan, or he'd be like, oh, I want to take you here. Oh my gosh, have you been here? I want to do. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, is this ever gonna happen? And then eventually, obviously, we met up a couple of times and stuff, and it was cool. But in my head, I was like, don't know why it takes long. But then obviously he told me, he was like, nah, it literally. He was like, I don't get shy around women. He was like, but you're just, someone that I had to feel like I had to build up some sort of rapport.
I've
to
been
kind of
there.
come-
I've been there.
And I'm like, but we talk, and it was like,
yeah,
we
but
talk every
talking
day.
and
And I'm like,
telling-
wouldn't it be easier for you
like-
just to
It's
see
like
me?
courage,
And he
isn't
was
it?
like,
Like-
Yeah, it's
No.
no, it
because
takes
I have
some
to.
working out.
Do you do that?
What, asking a guy to? Yeah, I would happily go.
Yeah,
like,
but remember,
let's go here.
You're
But
a bit different.
I wouldn't let it get to my head. It'll be something
As
so
in what,
simple like dessert.
So like, if we was talking to a guy and then I was like, oh, let me ask him out. I've never done that.
As in, like, oh, do you want to?
No, I'd be too. I'm scared of rejection. That kind of. What if you
I'm
said
not
no?
scared of rejection. I don't think
No,
there's
I'm
anything wrong with
busy
asking a
or-
guy
I would
out.
prefer them to
Scared.
ask, but if they're dragging it on and maybe I like them, I might say,
Be like,
oh,
all right,
no.
just come, let's go.
If I feel like
Yeah,
I've
do you
got on
wanna
with this
do
guy and I'll be like, you're
something
cool.
or-
I'm like, let's just go out then. What are you doing this weekend? Or on a random day, where you go? Like, one guy, our first time I met him was at a festival. Like, first time I met up
I do
with
find
him.
it a bit confusing though, because I've been on dates, gone great. She told me that she finds me attractive, cool, blah blah, and then afterwards, it's like literally Sahara Desert. Like, I'm trying to chase her down to like when we're gonna see each other next. I'm
That's
like,
why most guys can't be asked.
well, she did.
She
Well, she
said,
thought she fancied you, and then
It
maybe
might not be that.
after
It might have been like
just-
she
or
had
someone come
someone
back
else.
into
Yeah,
your life.
Yeah.
I've done.
But
that
I'd rather
before.
someone just be honest.
Yeah, but you can't be.
You can
it's
be
not-
honest, but some
you
girls
can,
don't like to
but
be.
you're not gonna.
I'll
I
just
wouldn't
lock 'em
be
off.
like, oh,
You don't
sorry,
wanna hurt
Mark.
someone's feelings.
No,
I've
I
got back
would.
with my ex now. Sorry, I can't date
All
you
right,
anymore.
bye, Phil.
I done that.
I wouldn't say that's rude.
What would you do? Just
When I did
I'm not gonna lie, I
exactly
probably
that.
would
Just leave it on
slowly
hold.
let it
Because I wouldn't want
fizzle
anyone
out,
to
yeah.
Oh,
think
so you
that
just
I'm
like
being
just
rude.
if so, all right, say if I called you, you'd be like
Or I would
She'd
yeah.
answer.
I would
I
answer
would
and talk.
answer,
and be like, yeah,
but
what?
eventually
Yeah, what?
you would get the vibe from me
She
that I
would be
wasn't.
really like short with it, like, oh
yeah, I'm not gonna sit and have.
I would just come out and
Like,
say
you
it
would kind of
and
think,
just
well,
be like,
where's
this is what
gone
happened.
on here?
Yeah.
And then you probably get the shoulder.
It's not
with
nice.
it.
No, but
to
me,
be like,
me,
oh, I don't
me
like
being
you,
me,
or-
I'll just overthink.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I'm
that's,
an
I
overthinker.
wouldn't want it done to me and me thinking, why did he never text me back? So I would.
Why did she
happily
tell me
be
she
like,
liked me? And she
Right, and
She
I'll
ain't
be
show
like,
me
"Do you know
shit."
what? Obviously,
People do it all
you're
the
really
time,
cool,
though.
but
yeah, but doesn't
There's
mean
guys that don't
doesn't
text me back.
doesn't mean it's right.
no, and
know.
it's happened, and I wouldn't want to do it
I
to
would
someone
never
else.
like completely ghost someone, but I will just probably let.
I've been
fizzle
ghosted.
out. I have as well.
never
but
I
nice
haven't been
thing.
ghosted, but I've had a good connection with someone as I thought, and then I think he might have just even forgot to message me back. But for that, I thought I'm gonna. And the thing is, it was on WhatsApp, and I was like, I'm not gonna now message you again. But what was stupid, we would message on social media, so it wasn't like we stopped talking.
Oh,
Oh, so they were
But
still
then,
messaging you then?
yeah, but then I was stubborn enough. I was like, you got my number, so
I'm like that as well. It's like if you like left me on red or whatever, I'm not gonna
no,
chase
and I
you
didn't.
now. Unless I really like you, I might send a follow up check.
Or the eyes.
Yeah,
It depends
but
on the dynamics of where the
then
relationship's at.
other than that, I'm quite stubborn as well. I'm just like,
But at talking stage, I don't need to do that. Like for a boyfriend to answer my message like the next day, I'll just put the emoji, the Kim Kardashian.
it is a bit from a guy's point. Like when you're talking to someone that you like, it is a bit like, okay, like you're trying to pace it, trying to be cool about it, but
are you someone that
I'm always very cool as well. I'm never
to be
like out of
tried to be.
control. No, I have to always be cool. I'm sorry.
eventually, yeah.
But then there's some
you're
girls
like if you
guys
see a
make
girl?
But I need to have some
Yeah,
form of hint
and
that
they're the
you
ones
like
you
me in
marry.
that type of way.
Yeah, that's the thing.
What you end up with?
Because there's a lot of men that I feel like they just would approach any girl. They don't care.
Yeah, I'm not them.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Like, do
that's
you
a good
need her
thing.
to? What does she
I
need
need
to do
some
to make
form of-
you
I need
realize
some-
that she's interested?
Just something. Show me
Or
a
what if
sign.
you just really liked her? You liked the way she looked, and maybe she didn't look in your direction. Would you not just approach her anyway?
No.
No.
Or would you not make eye contact until you both meet
So
eyes
how do
Eye
you
contact,
get
maybe,
to-
yeah.
from across the bar? Like,
I've been very lucky.
Would
Hey,
would you like
girl.
her to approach you?
hey
Do you
girl,
like
I've had
girls
that.
approach you? Because I'm shy. I'm not.
I'm not
approaching
I'm
anyone,
not
to be
saying
honest.
I don't want girls to approach. I've had girls
sure.
approach me. I'm not saying it's my thing, but it kind of like proves that you go for what you want or you like what you want.
yeah.
And
Do men like that then?
some men do. I'm a man.
a lot of guys
I'm a
say
man.
like that.
I'm a man that if she likes me, then that's a good sign.
I wouldn't mind a
Rather
man
than me
that's
just
not
gambling
that,
and be
though.
I
like,
don't like.
I don't mind a guy
necessarily
being
chasing,
forward,
but
but I don't mind a guy that's a little bit less forward than me. But because I'm very honest, if we're talking, I'd be like, I like you now. I would look like, I think, I'll be like, I think you're sexy, or I think I'll just be so open with how I feel, and plus I'll be able to read how he is, and if I know he's interested in me, then I'm going in for the kill, and I'll be like, so
well, go on.
yeah, so what's going on? Like on Hinge, I'll be like, okay, so this is long. Give me a number, like.
Yeah, she's like that. I
Yeah,
remember
you're so confident.
she had my Hinge and I had matched with a few people and I was like, oh hi, and she was like, oh you're so boring, you can't just say hi. So I gave her the phone and she wrote
Yeah,
all these.
don't be one of the ones to just say hi. Like,
But no, it's true.
Well,
like
what was I
every
supposed to
girl
say?
might be like, hi, how are you?
Yeah, that's
But what's
It's
he
dead.
say?
Well, I
What
know
do you
that now.
say?
But
Like,
Hinge actually helps you because Hinge lets you comment on pictures, or you know, like
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
go, "Oh, my ideal date would be da 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 da." It lets you comment on
Lady
it.
should
wrote
take-
a really nice message, not like a really cheeky, flirty with this, and then after he got really excited, asked for my number.
And
They
he-
was
he
chatting
realised it
that
wasn't you.
night, and then he ghosted me. Then he didn't speak to me anymore.
Because he realised it wasn't you that sent the text.
How was you messaging back?
You
didn't follow instructions.
She's like, hi, how are you?
Yeah, but that's what I'll never do.
How are you? Oh my god! What I don't know. I can't remember what she was saying, but she was saying all sorts.
It was just like, oh wow, hello arms or something like that. Because he had nice arms, and it makes the guy them kind of things. It's like, oh, this is funny. This girl's cheeky, and he wants to
Yeah.
reply.
Yeah.
And it's only going from
we
my
then
own
spoke.
personal
We
experience.
were speaking that night on iMessage or whatever, and then we even called me the next day. We had a nice chat on the phone, and then maybe we spoke on text afterwards.
Gotta be
And then I
memorable,
didn't hear
babes.
from him.
He's
Maybe
probably
his ex
talking
come
to
back.
like 4 other
I
girls.
don't know, but
Maybe his ex
I
came
thought
back
he was
in
having
it.
a nice time on
Or the
iMessage,
options got
and-
whittled down. He met the one and was like, yeah, this is.
It happens.
Maybe.
It happens.
Yeah, it
Sometimes it
happens.
happens. And you know what? There's times when you're preoccupied. When I was dating, I was talking to maybe 4 other guys. There might be one that hadn't actually spoke to me for like 2 weeks. And I'm like, it's fine. But then they always come back and be like, oh yeah, what are you up to?
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to go back?
Yeah, so
That's
when they
fine.
pop back up,
They
and
will-
you're
they will
like,
pop
Just keep them on
back up.
rotation.
I've-
Talk to you
the
now.
worst
I've got
one
a couple
was
on
6
hold,
years.
man.
Yeah, you got a couple on hold and you got a
Yeah,
couple on
one-
rotation.
listen.
You're never bored.
No, I ain't got no one on
Yeah, I'm
rotation,
popping
but
up.
they're just on hold.
But that's a good thing because then it'd be like, oh, let me just message Sheila. I don't know why I keep using that name.
Yeah, Bun Sheila.
Don't know what kind of name
But
that is.
no one's on hold. They're just like in the archives. They're just staying there. I can't be asked.
Mark, you gotta be asked. You gotta really.
When I do make the effort,
Mark's
it
been
just...
through it. He just
Yeah,
can't
it
be
looks like
asked
you've just
anymore.
had a lot of.
I'm retired.
You just can't be asked. You're just over it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not gonna
It's
meet
like my
your
mum.
one if you don't.
No.
I actively
My
make
mum's
it.
like that, she's like, "No, I'm done with it."
When I do, just...
I guess when you get to a certain age, some people feel like that.
Yeah, that's what my
Do you
mum
feel
thought.
like you need to? Do you feel like you gotta put yourself out there?
I have been.
As in, like, what do you do? Do you actively make sure you go places to meet someone? Not
Not to
on
meet
purpose,
someone.
but to be social because you might bump into, you might meet someone.
Yeah, I always hear that, and I hardly do.
Yeah, I don't. I feel like I don't go to many places where.
We'll go.
No, but I don't go to enough places where my type is. If that makes sense.
What's your type then?
I don't know if I have a type, but I feel like I don't go enough places
I mean-
to meet him. I'm not gonna meet my guy going Novikov with just me and Tyra. That's my type is not there. Eating dinner with his friends.
So
Where do we?
where would your type be then?
That's what I'm saying.
Because
I
it
don't
could
know
be a
where
nice
he
day.
is.
He might be there. You
My-
don't know that.
my
He
type
might go
might
out
be
for
chance.
dinner.
Might be on the
type
off
might
chance.
just be we're both going to work on the tube one day, and I've heard stories like this. Oh, I met this guy on the tube.
Yeah,
he sat
you're
next to
right.
me, or I met this guy in the workplace, whatever. But all the guys I've met and maybe liked and dated has been because I met them in the club. That's probably why it's never worked
Maybe that's
out.
why it's not worked. Yeah, in the club.
I met them all in the club.
In club.
In the
I met,
club.
but
All
then
my
did
exes
you
in
met
the
you met yours in the club, no?
No, I mean
No,
on
she met hers
Insta.
on Insta.
Oh wait, Insta. Oh yeah, slid in the DMs.
Mistake. What?
Um,
Mistake, have I guess?
Introduced
one's
by a
ever slid in.
friend.
That was a,
Trying to think.
yeah, I haven't met.
Oh yeah. I guess it's just different settings.
It all happened.
I would like to like bump into someone in Tesco or something.
I
That's
really
nice.
think no. I really think that's ideally romantic.
Yeah.
Or you know, you see the same
Or, like,
person on the
see me
train
in my
every
normal
morning.
flip flops and shorts.
You've watched a
and my
lot of
hair bun, and then
rom-coms, innit?
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh,
Yeah.
both
You know
went
when
for
you
the
see the
salad
same
and then
person
it
on the
was like,
train, or when you
Touch hands.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Did you want the rocket?
I wanted to get the lettuce. Would you,
You know
take
what?
it?
You have it.
I'll even buy it for you.
They'll
Oh,
be like,
thank you.
Oh.
So
Do you
Then
know
she'll
that,
take
dear?
the group chat and be like, guys, this guy just bought me
and they'll,
salad.
and they'll say, oh, do you mind if I take your number? And it's like, oh, okay. Then.
I saw a film about that the other day.
What was it
That'd be
called?
nice.
It's called Fresh.
Fresh.
Is it on there?
It's a horror film.
And it happened like that.
The way he met her was like all rom-com-y type. Because I thought the film was like a rom-com at first. I was like,
What's it on?
I was
I'd
like
watch
Disney
it.
Plus, and I was just like, huh? And then he ends up being like he kidnaps women and cuts off their body parts.
Yeah, no.
I was like, rah. Can we ask for
so
it?
you're
Yeah.
going to go meet that lettuce man and can start cutting off your toes. So don't
She
worry
said,
about
"Lettuce
it.
man, you know, stop it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't.
I like the rom-com idea. Obviously, I know ideally it probably won't be like that, but I think it would be nice. Because
It will-
I know some people that I've met.
I used to say that I would
Really
happily
nice
meet a guy in the
places.
supermarket because it just you see me in my.
Yeah.
I mean,
or at
I've come out the
work,
gym and
or
seen
work,
black guys
yeah.
being
or in
like,
the gym.
I'm like,
I don't meet anyone.
sweat busting down my head, like my hair's
No,
probably
I
like
haven't.
detangled everywhere,
Neighbour.
and
Well, I met him
you're
in the
checking me
gym.
out.
This
I've just
is
come out the
neighbour.
gym. It's fine by me.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, any last before we wrap up the old evening? You know, Mark's face. You look absolutely defeated. You look hot. You look bothered. You don't look like.
Have you enjoyed this girly chat?
Thanks for having me.
Do you think it has been a girly chat?
Yeah.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Has that been a problem for you?
I'm used to it.
Yeah, I know you are.
You're
You
around
said.
girls.
But you like talking about things like relationships.
If
It wasn't
Very
all
often.
I do and I do. I do and I don't.
It depends what it is.
No,
Sometimes if I'm in a relationship, I love talking about relationships. If I'm not,
I think this
I'm like
conversation
that.
just
I'm like that
glided
as well.
off of what we've been
when
talking
I'm
about.
not
Sometimes
like
when-
with someone, it does get jarring.
Yeah,
Or like,
some-
do you know, like if you constantly see people
Couples.
love it,
yeah, it pisses me off. I just look at them like,
Oh, just please.
I want to throw
in my
something
head,
at
I'm
them.
like, oh, this is nice for you.
Yeah, must be nice.
Oh my god.
All the time.
So yeah, like I'm like that
rolling my
sometimes.
eyes.
And I'll be like, oh yeah,
And it's always in front of me. They always do something in front of me.
It's
Yeah.
algorithms.
It's
That's what it
annoying.
is.
What, in
you
person?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I
Oh
can't
wait,
do
in
that.
person? No, that's ridiculous.
If you saw me and my
That's
other
like
half in
walking
person,
in front of me, holding hands.
No, that's
Like,
ridiculous.
you would
I'm
think we're
like,
best
trying to make it
mates.
feel
I
awkward.
can't do that.
Why would you want to make
We're
that so
sitting there all
awkward?
like, lips in front. No, I don't
Doing
know.
Move away
PDA
from
when
me.
someone's
people
there.
do that.
I've never met anyone
touching each other's thighs and stuff.
sitting on each other's laps and
Yeah.
pressing
No,
face.
you've got your own chair. Sit there.
It's like they look at me to take the piss like, huh?
Oh no!
I wouldn't do that. You would probably. I like to be
Single man,
around
yeah?
My friends. You'd like to
Reveal
feel
yourself.
like we're all friends. Like it wouldn't be like, oh, me and my man. And
Yeah.
you would
Yeah,
like
I
to be
definitely
the way we're
agree.
sitting now.
Yeah, and
we
it's
would
nice
just be
to
like, we're,
Include
them.
everyone.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah,
That's the worst
100%.
if you're out with a couple and they're kind of not, or they're having a little private joke and you're sitting there.
I've been out with Tyra and her boyfriend before, and it's just.
We're not that type of couple anyway. I would not be all up in him when
In him?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Whoa.
not. That,
I will not.
Anyway,
I will not be
let's
all
just
up in
move
him.
on. No, carry on. But yeah.
All up in there. Nah, it's true. You
Yeah,
just
most people. I think in our friendship group in general, we're not that way. I've never seen any of us be like.
or girls that feel like, or vice versa, they can't leave their other half alone. Like if I've gone to a party with my friends, you're not joined to my hip. Like
We had a guy friend like that. We used to cuss him all the time.
or
Well, stay with the
everything like you know
girl.
when you go out with the
No,
guys. and
literally,
his
she's on the
girlfriend turns
phone
up when you're
texting
meeting
or
her.
calling him
Oh,
every
the
5
whole
minutes, and we're just like, we're just gonna leave you to it, yeah.
I don't even
Peace.
think. I don't think even when I'm on holiday, I think. I don't even think I might message you a couple of times, but you will never see me on FaceTime when I'm enjoying time with my mates or on holiday. Like
Yeah.
I text you when I landed, when I've arrived. That's about it.
I don't know how that feels.
Or I don't bother him when he's
Neither.
out or when I'm out.
I don't know how that feels.
Yeah, I don't either.
Mute him, moving like you've never been in a relationship
I was
before.
gonna
mate.
say.
It feels that way.
Yeah, it does. It's a long time now.
Why don't you two date then? Bloody hell,
I
gosh.
think we're quite different from each other, you know. No,
Goodness
we're
sake.
actually quite similar, but it's a.
She's just sitting there, look, matching colours and everything, moaning about everything.
And now you know where she wants to
Yeah.
go. See you next week on March.
You
There
you
go.
basically
There
talked
you
about
go.
the main things, like
Yeah.
you,
Like
to go to
you
the
know
zoo,
so
and
then
much
you're gonna
more.
take it to the museum
I'm not
the week
here
after.
next week, but the week after we can go to the zoo.
And then come back on the pod and say how it was.
There you go.
Then we can go.
Do a
Then,
full
then we'll go to the
reflection.
museum after
The
that.
museum. And then
Same
there you
day.
go. Yeah.
Oh, we could do it the same day.
Same
if you
day.
want.
Go London Zoo.
Mark's like,
Little picnic in between. Then
Oh,
go
well,
down to-
Saturday we'll do the zoo, and then Sunday we'll do the.
Oh, you
the
stay around
museum.
then, yeah?
2 days.
No, we can go home, come back, meet up again the next day.
Oh no, I'm planning my dates and
who
everything.
said,
Might as
who
well.
said staying over? Tyra, you're bright.
What?
You're very
No,
bright.
for the first date.
I just said what you said over, are we?
So this has been the Different Strokes podcast. I hope you've all enjoyed it.
Wow.
Wow.
It was literally just a joke.
Oh god.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I hope everyone enjoys it. Next week we will have back Uncle Reese, and I should be back. Me and the girls are jetting off on holiday, so I won't be here next week.
We're going to
Ibiza. But yeah, I wanted to say, obviously, sorry, I wanted to say, don't forget to shout us on TikTok as well. A lot of more content is coming up on there. Thanks everyone that's been watching so far as well. YouTube and that. Love for everything. I'm so hot. But yeah, everyone's socials will be in the descriptions, and that's Tyra, that's Phil, This is unbothered. This is very hot in all ways possible. I've been KK Sadia. To my left,
Tyra.
and my far left,
Philippa.
in front of me, the man that calls himself, I don't know what you call yourself these days.
I've got many names now.
I know, what do you want to call yourself right now?
Mark 2 Drinks, Mark Anthony Photography.
I see how you change your
Yeah,
your
rebranding,
Instagram.
rebranding.
I like it.
What did you change it to?
I like
Mark
it.
Anthony,
Oh,
photographer.
I like it. Very, very long name, but yeah, now I'll just type Mark.
That's my middle name, isn't it?
I know I can find you now.
I'm hungry. We need to stop off at a KFC or a McDonald's.
But yes, everybody, I hope everyone's enjoyed the sun. I hope everyone stays hydrated.
It's hot now.
Peace, love, and elbow grease and all them ting there. And the boys back next week.